welcome to the Hotspots learning journey within the Booster program. We're delighted that you've joined us, and we hope that you'll find this a very exciting and invigorating experience. We've been working with teams now all around the world, and we've found that on average about 70% of the teams who go through this program significantly increase their performance and their innovative capability. So it's a great opportunity for you and your team to really understand what you have to do to get better. So what's going to happen? Well, when you embark on the 60-day learning journey, the first thing that's going to happen is we're going to ask you and your team members and your stakeholders, those could be your customers or your clients, to complete a profile, a computer-based profile. Once you've done that, we'll send you the results. And what they will tell you is this. They'll tell you something about how you compare with the many hundreds of teams that we've looked at right across the world. So you'll get some sort of comparator data. But it'll also tell you, where your strengths are and also where your development needs are in the areas that we know to be absolutely crucial for high-performing teams. That is, their cooperative capability, their capacity to build valuable and engaging networks, and their capacity to create a vision or ask a question that's really important. So that's what the profile is going to be about. Secondly, you'll then embark on what we call 60 days of learning, and that will come to you in all sorts of ways. We'll send you podcasts we think are going to be important, videos, articles to read, benchmarks of other companies we think is going to be interesting for you. And we're also going to ask you to engage in tasks that we think will really boost your performance and give you tips to help you to do that. And we're also going to set up webinars where you and your colleagues can come together to hear a little bit more from my colleagues and I about what we think you should be doing in those 60 days. At the end, we'll go through what we call the temperature check, where we'll go back to you and your team members and your stakeholders, and we'll ask the question, have you seen any change in performance? And that's a really useful way for you to see how far you've gone, but also what you need to do next as you continue the Booster program. So how do you make the most of this Hotspots learning journey? Well, we've taken a look at teams that seem to really boost their performance and teams that haven't been so successful. And what we find is that there are differences between them in terms of the way that they approach the learning. First thing they do is that teams that are good at increasing their performance engage the whole team. So they really engage the whole team in the learning. I'm a professor at a business school, so I'm very used to teaching MBA students. And one thing that my MBA students do is when they work in groups, they often assign tasks to individual team members. I suggest you think about doing that as well. So maybe you ask one of the team to look at the podcasts, one to look at the videos, one to take a look at the articles, and then pull those together so that you learn jointly. Second thing we found is that stakeholders can be an enormously important part of the development process. You maybe hadn't thought about how your clients and customers could work with you on development. But what we found is because they're brought in at the beginning, at the development, at the profiling stage, they're often very keen to get involved during the development process. And we've found that the more you engage with your stakeholders, the more likely you are to really boost your performance. And there's one more thing that you can do. During the period of the 60 days, we're going to suggest you work on what we call hot tasks. Tasks that we think are really going to help you both solve your everyday problems, but also help you to develop as a team. And what we've found is that the teams that really improve their performance the greatest are those that engage with the hot tasks. They look at them carefully, they think about how they're going to go about doing them, and they really build commitment within the team. And we'll give you some hot tips to help you to do that. What do you need to do to really make the very most of this? First, you need to work as a team. Secondly, keep your stakeholders close. And thirdly, really think about the hot task. If you do that, you'll be one of those teams that make a significant increase in your performance and innovative capability. Good luck.